Johnny, pleased with the opening round?
Yeah, I'm pleased with it. It's too bad I couldn't take advantage of the, let's say, easier conditions on that front nine. There was no wind, great temperature, perfect greens, and gave myself chances and couldn't convert a couple of them. If I had to say something to do better today, I think with a couple of the tee shots I hit, give myself better birdie looks in a couple of the par fives. Besides that, I think it's a really good round of golf that if a couple putts drop, it could have been a really good one.
Is that kind of maybe the difference with the back nine? A couple putts started to drop there on your back nine?
Yeah. I mean, it was a good 5-footer for par on one to minimize the damage at that point and make those two back-to-back was very important. And even after that, to just keep hitting fairways, keep hitting greens, and giving myself chances, right? Obviously, it was relatively stress-free from after that first hole, those last 8 holes, and very comfortable to play that way. But yeah, that was the main difference, making a couple putts.
John, 2020 setup was really extreme because they were going to tear up the golf course. I was wondering if the conditions today equate in any way to 2020 as far as firmness of the course?
I think it's pretty similar to what it was on Thursday of 2020. It was a significant jump from Friday to Thursday, to Saturday. That was the biggest jump we saw. But yeah, fairways are firm, greens are firm. Obviously they didn't really care if they lost them. So towards the weekend they got a little bit out of hand. But yeah, quite good memories from that week. And even though it's for the most part a different golf course now, it's playing somewhat similar.
Yeah.
John, this is always kind of compared as a major championship test. Is there anything that tests your part of the game that will get you ready for the U.S. Open, do you feel?
Well, I would say for the most part, fairways are not as narrow as they might be in a U.S. Open. But you have to pick and choose your play of the tee, right? I feel this golf course gives you a lot of chances, a lot of options of the tee, and you can kind of give yourself whatever you want coming in. And that's kind of the beauty of some of the holes out here, right? You can be as aggressive or as passive as you want, hit irons or not, or maybe hit drivers and take a risk however you want. But at the end of the day, it's mainly a second shot golf course, right? You have to have those irons dialed in, whether you have an 8-iron or a pitching wedge. So to an extent, I think it might compare to a U.S. Open. But we've gotten to a point nowadays where hitting a 5-wood of a tee in a U.S. Open doesn't usually happen, right? So it's usually mostly 5-wood, 7-iron. So there's some holes where you relate, but for the most part, I wouldn't say it's exactly the same.
And the extra yardage, I think, on 16 and 17, do the holes play that differently?
Well, we didn't play the new tee on 16. With the greens being firm and into the wind, I don't know if we're going to see that tee. I thought the day would be today to a back pin to give us as much room as possible. 17, 17 at this point, you had a choice. You could kind of dial back. Sometimes I even hit a 5-wood to kind of short of that right bunker and take basically the 8 or 7-iron coming in, and you could have, pick an aggressive tee shot with the driver. Now it's basically driver. It's a must-hit driver, right? 3-wood can leave you a little bit too far back. So it's tee shot plays different, but after that it plays the same as it did in the past.
Birdie did.
Yeah, hit a great tee shot. No, great tee shot, great second shot.
Thanks, John.
Thanks, John.
Yep.
Thank you, John.